united with me.
Our Advent journey is almost complete. The season of Christmas is about to begin. Come journey with me to Bethlehem to receive God's blessing of a beloved child, a gift of love for us. For unto us a child is given. Unto us a child is born. Come, let us worship. Come, let us celebrate. As the people of God, we have journeyed through these Advent days, gathering gifts and blessings to prepare ourselves for the arrival of Jesus again in our lives. The gift of hope encouraged us. The gift of peace inspired us. The gift of joy invigorated us. The gift of love sustained us. As these candles continue to burn through our time together, may they illuminate our hearts and our spirits as we journey closer into Christmas.
Reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 to 7. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in bands of cloth, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place in the inn.
The prophet Isaiah proclaimed, "For unto us a child is born, for unto us a child is given." With great and abundant joy, we celebrate the gift of new life, God's gift of love for us in a tiny child born in Bethlehem. Joy to the world.
This evening's reading is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star in the east and have come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, Herod inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea. For so it has been written by the prophet, 'And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel.'" Then Herod secretly called for the Magi and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then Herod sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word, so that I may also go and pay him homage." When they had heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen in the east, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then, opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Here endeth the reading. Thanks be to God.
Poinsettias, nativity sets, Advent candles. Traditional parts of our Advent and Christmas journey and celebrations. I was told once that on Christmas Eve, there are two things that need to be included: the reading of the Christmas story from the Gospel of Luke and the singing of Silent Night. They said if you include those two pieces, you can do whatever you want, but make sure that those two pieces are included. Many of us have Christmas traditions that we enjoy, that make our season feel full and our lives more rich. What are some of your Christmas traditions? What makes Christmas and the season of Christmas so vibrant and important for you? For many of us, it may be traveling to visit family and friends, enjoying family traditions or good food around tables with friends and families with us. Perhaps it's coming to church on Christmas Eve, joining your voice and your heart with many others as we celebrate the birth of Christ with the lighting of the Christ candle and the singing of joyful hymns and being inspired by a message that may encourage us for the coming days and into the coming year. Christmas is a lot about traditions. One of the things that I like to do in this season of Christmas, and when it's kind of a downtime for many of us, when we may not have as full activities of work and life demands, that, when we get to those mornings and those days when we put on our comfy, furry clothes, sip coffee all day, eat junk food, bonbons, things we probably shouldn't be eating. And in those times is the greatest time to watch TV, to watch movies, to read a good book. Some of my Christmas traditions that must be included is a viewing of The Sound of Music. Many of us watch that, and it's often aired during the time of Christmas season. And you sing right along with all the words. And somehow, Christmas just wouldn't be the same without listening to the version of The Sound of Music happening. Another one I learned that I always enjoy watching is a version of The Vicar of Dibley, a British comedy. And then there's some of those episodes of Mrs. Brown's Boys. If you haven't seen them, be prepared if you watch them. But Christmas traditions come in a variety of ways to us. They come to ways in which enliven our spirits, make us happy, make us feel good. Maybe something as simple as lighting a candle to remember loved ones, doing up packages to drop off to neighbors in need, or to our friends and our neighbors, just as a way to say, thank you, and you are special. Christmas comes to us in a variety of ways, and it begins with this night when we gather around candlelight, hear some familiar carols, enjoy the company of others, whether they're known to us or not known to us. Whatever traditions are important to us encourages us on our journey through Christmas and into the new year. It's like the tradition of acknowledging that Jesus was born again, that he came into our midst again, in that familiar stories from the Gospel of Luke that said, "For unto us a child is born," from the prophet Isaiah, to the story of Luke when Mary and Joseph journeyed to Bethlehem. The journey of Christmas, this celebration of Christmas, wouldn't be complete without that. It would feel empty. It may feel hollow, but it feels complete knowing the entire story. And as we continue through these days in this season of Christmas, which lasts for 2 weeks, we're mindful of the many ways and the people and the places and the activities of Christmas that make it more rich and more full. About the shepherds in the fields and how they followed a star, and the wise men, the Magi, traveling from distant lands because they saw something that led them. It was a star that appeared in the east. And they came and they bared gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. These were the gifts that they offered. And they offered these gifts, and when they arrived in that stable, they received a gift too. The gift of new life, the gift of a tiny child lying in a manger. And even though they brought gifts, they left with a gift. And that gift was Jesus, the one who would have the potential to bring about peace, instill hope, and be a Messiah for the people that would bring around God's greater gift of love to the world. Someone who would be coming to inspire, encourage, and lead countless generations. As we enter into this season of Christmas, we contemplate the gifts of the Advent season that have been given to us to prepare for this night. And so as we imagine coming into the nativity scene, into that tiny town of Bethlehem, we imagine ourselves coming up to that manger where the tiny child is lying, surrounded by Mary and Joseph and the animals of the stable. And we wonder, like the wise men, what gift do we bring? What are the gifts that we bring to the manger? And as we lay down those gifts of ourselves, of what's precious to us, we receive the gift that is the body and the image of that tiny child that is given to us by God as a gift of love. And we carry that gift with us from the stable and into the world. But what are the gifts that we bring to the manger? What are the gifts that we bring into the world, into our community, and into the lives of others around us this Christmas season and beyond?
What are the gifts we bring to the manger? What are the gifts to be blessed on this night? That which is offered without calculation, that which speaks mercy, faith, or delight. Gifts of the ones who get bread for the hungry, seed for the sowing, and skills to be shared. Gifts of the ones who give space to the landless, justice tomorrow, and old wrongs repaired. Gifts see to the mystery, singers of songs and dancers in light. What are the gifts we bring to the manger? Which are the gifts to be blessed on this night? That which is offered without calculation, that which speaks mercy, faith, or delight. What are the gifts we bring to the manger? Which are the gifts to be blessed on this night? That which is offered without calculation, that which speaks mercy, faith, or delight.
A Christmas Blessing by Joyce Rupp. May there be harmony in all your relationships. May sharp words, envious thoughts, and hostile feelings be dissolved. May you give freely and receive love generously. May this love echo in your heart like the joy of Christmas bells on a clear December day. May the hope of this sacred season settle into your soul. May it be a foundation of courage for you when times of distress occupy your inner land. May the wonder and awe that fills the eyes of children be awakened within you. May it lead you to renewed awareness and appreciation of whatever you too easily take for granted. May the coming year be one of good health for you. May you have energy and vitality. May you care for your body, mind, and spirit. May you keep your eye on the star within you and trust this luminescent presence to guide and direct you each day. May you go often to the Bethlehem of your heart and visit the one who offers you peace. May you bring this peace into our world. Let us hold on to these words and hold on to the joy of this wonderful evening and celebration, and go forth to tell the good news to others and live the good news in our lives that Jesus is born. Star Giving by Anne Weems. What I'd really like to give you for Christmas is a star, brilliance in a package, something you could keep in the pocket of your jeans or in the pocket of your being, something to take out in times of darkness, something that would never snuff out or tarnish, something you could hold in the palm of your hand, something for wonderment, something for pondering, something that would remind you of what Christmas has always meant, God's advent light into the darkness of this world. But stars are only for God's giving, and I must be content to give you words and wishes and packages without stars. But I can wish for you life as radiant as the star that announced the Christ child coming, and as filled with awe as the shepherds who stood beneath its light. And I can pass on to you the love that has been given to me, ignited countless times by others who have knelt in Bethlehem's light. Perhaps if you ask, God will also give you a star. As we receive God's blessings of new life in the seasons of Christmas, in the form of a child born in Bethlehem, we are invited to be a blessing to others as much as we have been blessed through the gifts we offer. We thank you for the ways you continue to offer your gifts to our ministry. May the brilliant stars that shine overhead remind us of how we are a shining gift of God's love in the world, in our community, and within our communities of faith. Thank you for being a blessing to us. We have gathered this night and we have celebrated God's gift of love for us. The gift of love that came to us in the form of a tiny child born in Bethlehem, and we have been blessed abundantly. Our candles have been lit throughout this service and have celebrated the gifts of hope, peace, joy, and love. And these candles continue to burn in our midst, and like the Christ candle, may they burn in your hearts and be carried with you into the season of Christmas and in the coming year. May the blessings of God continue to be with you, inspire you, and encourage you through the days to come. Merry Christmas and God's blessings to you all. Amen.